Hey Stampers, Rachel here from Rachthestamper.com, and today I'm going to show you how to make this really fun but pretty simple card. Great card to have every day in your arsenal. This is copper clay in the background. Back here we have boho blue, and this is the Adventurous Sky. I'm pretty sure that's the same DSP that goes along with the Adventurous Sky bundle. So there are stamps and dies. They cut out most things in here, and then you can even build your own biplane if you wanted to. My son is really into these right now, so this was one that I had to get. It also has propeller, and there's actually two, so you can cut out two at the same time. Makes it a little bit easier. So what we're going to be doing today is a little bit of stamping. The plane, I actually did cut it out. This die set here, you can see it's a double die, so it cuts it inside and outside, but we're going to just be using the inside. These are the Everyday Details dies. Okay, so we're going to use this circle. We have our die for our plane, and then we have our little trail banner that could be if you're a person that goes to the beach. We see these all the time in Ocean City, which is really cool. Ocean City, Maryland, not New Jersey. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with a piece of scrap. Let's see if I have one here. Yep. And we're going to stamp our biplane in Night of Navy. You just stamp that right here. Okay, and while that is wet, you want to grab your blender pen. And what we're going to do is we're going to just blend the ink while it's wet on the wings. And just to kind of make sure it looks like the propeller's moving and the wheels. Okay, so that's it. Then we're going to use our light copper clay Stampin' Blend, and we're going to just loosely color the body. Doesn't have to be anything spectacular. Just like so. We'll do those back wings, and I just want to do the front. Just a little bit, just like that. Then we are going to use copper clay, and we're going to stamp our sentiment to my friend, and I'm going to just put it over here somewhere where I can die cut it like that. And then we're also going to cut out the circle. So it'll be circle. Here's our little plain die, and then we're going to put this and die cut. And luckily, through the magic of video, I'm going to move this over. I have these all done. So we have our plane. This is a circle. This is what I was telling you. It does do an inside and an outside die. So this would be cool if you wanted to do a shaker card. You could cut out a circle. You could use the inside for something different. And then we have our little banner. We still will need an inside piece, a white inside piece, so we will get to that, but right now we're going to do this first. So to assemble, we have a base card of copper clay. It's just your standard 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. So we have that piece here, and then we have a couple pieces of DSP. So this measures 1 3/4 by 4. This piece here measures 1 3/4 by 5.5, and then we have a piece of boho blue behind it that is 2 by 5.5. So I have most of these ready. I think that's 5.5. Yep, and my 2-inch piece. Nope, this one I'm gonna trim down a little bit, and then I just need to trim a piece. And then we're gonna do a little bit of stamping on the front, but let me move these over. All right, so we're gonna cut our piece down to 4 inches. So this is just the Adventurous Sky. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called, DSP. So this is the other side. So we're gonna need 1 piece of that. This already is cut to what we need. Yep, 5.5. And then this one needs to be 5.5. And just make sure it's 2. It's a little big. Okay, 5.5 by 2. And that is all we need. So we're going to just use some liquid adhesive and glue this down like so. And this is going to have a side border, but the top and the bottom are going to match up exactly because they're both 5.5. So you just kind of want to space out your side panels a little bit. That looks pretty good. Then we have our bottom base layer. I'm going to put some liquid glue here. And I'm kind of just eyeballing this. This wasn't very specific for this portion particularly. But then this one, I did want to kind of sit to the side, and I just put it more to the left. So we're going to slide that over here. Again, it is going to measure top to bottom. It does fill, so I usually just line it up, and if there's one side I need to trim, but I did a really good job cutting. Very proud of myself. Now, before we put this down, we do always end up with a couple little extra holes. So I'm just going to take a minute and just pop the circles out of this. This is one of the additional pieces that comes with the paper piercing. That's not even what it's called. It's called the Take Your Pick Tool paper piercing. Where am I? Take Your Pick Tool accessory kit. This actually comes with 3 different extra blades that you can get. So this one is a poker, and then this one kind of looks like a dental pick. It also has a oh my gosh, what do you call it? Here's the other one. This is a rotary blade. This is really sharp, so you have to be careful. This is great if you want to do something perforated. It also comes with a, goodness, what are those knives called? I can't think of it. It's a sharp knife. You use it for art stuff projects. If I think of it, I'll say it. I'm sure I'll think of it as soon as I finish this video. But that's the other tip that it comes with, a blade. So I'm going to take my die cut circle, and I'm just going to roll it in the Night of Navy ink, because I feel like it just gives a little something extra. So there's that, and I do need this one more time. So we're going to take and put some glue on the back of here, like that. Pop him up. I'm going to grab a couple X-Acto knife. See, I knew I'd remember it. I knew it had a very specific name. That's probably the brand. Probably, who knows if people even use that anymore, but X-Acto knife is what I was going for. Let's see, does that show? No, that's perfect. So I'm going to put a couple dimensionals on the back and just pop these off. A blade would work, I guess, a craft blade. Maybe that would have been the better term to use, a more generic term. All right, we're going to pop him here. And then I'm going to use just a little bit of liquid glue on the back of our banner. And we'll pop him up top like that. All right, and one final piece on the inside. I think these are rivets. They kind of almost look like they could be a map as well. But what I did is I grabbed a piece, and I think this is too big. Let me just trim this down. So I'm pretty sure this is a full sheet, because I usually cut my cardstock just in 4 pieces. That way I have it all ready, and then it can either be used for the front or for the inside of a card panel. So I do that a lot of times. As soon as I get a big pack of basic white or thick white, I will just cut it in 4. So you'll get 4 pieces. That way I have insides and front panels, but this one I'm going to use for the inside. So I'm going to grab this scrap right here and my stamp, you can see, and my Night of Navy ink. So I just kind of went up without re-inking, and then same like that. So that's good. You don't want anything too much. Plus that way it's kind of neutral. It could be any kind of a card if you're leaving it like this. It doesn't necessarily have to be birthday or whatever. Sorry about that blower in the background. Sometimes you got to get stuff done when you can, and that includes cutting grass and making card videos. So there you go. Really cool card. I saw this idea on Pinterest, the layout for it, and I just kind of changed up the paper and made it my own. This one was done more in a boho blue with, no, actually it was copper clay with everything. I kind of switched it up. I was going to do boho blue, but I liked the contrast of the two. Plus the navy really gave it like a little extra pop. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Don't forget, the other thing you could do is add some Wink of Stella, which I need to order because I am out of it, to the blades. It'll give a little bit of action. Or the other thing you could do is use some liquid glue if you have time for it to dry. And another product that I like a lot is not a Stampin' Up product, but it's Ranger Glossy Accents. This dries really well, but the best part about it is the tip never gets clogged, and it always comes out with a nice stream. So if you wanted to, you could put this on to the propeller. So I kind of squeeze in the beginning, and then I'm just kind of spreading, and it'll give you like almost a motion look. And when it dries, it looks really shiny. So it kind of gives that illusion that something is moving. So pretty cool. Thank you so much for watching. You can find all the measurements for this on my blog post, which will be below. Any of the products, if you'd like to buy it, there will also be links below here in the YouTube description, which is down below. If you haven't already, I would love for you to like, subscribe, and follow along. Share it with a friend. And if you don't have a demonstrator and you'd like to get some of these products, please feel free to shop in my online store. All the links to everything is below. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you have a great day.